Hello, I'm Atari Nobunaga, and welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin. In the last episode, we took out the first boss in the game, and now we retrieved two ship parts. Today, we're going to get the very last ship part here and deal with the boss of the Forest of Hope. And by boss, I meant like the actual last boss of the area. But anyway, now, instead of getting my usual 30 reds and 20 yellows and 30 reds, I mean 50 reds and 30 blues and 20 yellows, I'm going to just take out all blues out here. Because the reason is because, well, where we're going, the path to the place is like, has, water between, on both sides, and I just don't want to deal with having Pikmin falling into the into the ponds. So I'm just going to take the blues instead. Now, some enemies have respawned since the last time we were here. So I'm going to take care of that by having our blues swarm all over them. So that's one down. Now let's go for the second. The blues and yellows aren't that powerful when compared to reds, but just overwhelming enemies with them is just enough to make it work. And there we go. Now, Now, in most cases, most of the Pikmin will just fall in. In most cases, since we have 90 on us, the other 10 are back at base getting nectar. Harvesting for nectar. Oop. And yeah. So as you saw, some of the Pikmin fell into the water, but that's fine. Since they're blues, they can breathe on the water. If this were yet reds and yellows, well, that'd be a pain. So taking our blues with us, going into the field, and ladies and gentlemen, meet the Burrowing Snagret. It's basically a mixture of a cross between a snake and a bird. But as you're seeing, as you saw, it plucks. It picks at the player and Pikmin at the player and just takes 3 and eats them. Its weak point is its head, so you want to make sure you're targeting the head. When it burrows up, it's doing it again. Sometimes when it burrows back up from on the ground, it'll get stuck like that in the process, and this will give you an ample possibility to just simply take them out more easier. And there we go. It screams like a chicken when it dies, and it spawns pellets, with the head becoming a 5 pellet. And oh shit. That's unfortunate. Yeah, there's not one. There's one, and then there's 2, and controller. That was weird. My controller was not responding at all. That was weird. No. Don't get the pellets. Actually, let's move the fucking... And let's move our Pikmin over here. Oh, Jesus Christ. There it is. I wonder, can we swarm it? Yeah, we can! And there we go. Alright. Now there's not just 1, not just 2, but 3 Burrowing Snagrets. Okay, and they make up this entire arena. It'd be disastrous if you actually have to attack them do it once. So my only advice is just only attack them at just attack 1 at a time, don't take on all 3, basically. He's almost there. We're losing a lot of blues. And we're losing a lot of blues, honestly. And, ooh, he got stuck. Come on, come on. Swarm, swarm. Ow. Screw you. But that should be, and that's it. That's all three of them. Now, this third one, it should contain a ship part. It's the Geiger counter. Every spaceship needs one of these. But I don't actually know what it's for. Every once in a while, it goes wild and lets out a lot of noise, but I never pay much attention to it, so it doesn't do me much good. I should really read the manuals one of these days. How are you alive is beyond my comprehension. But yeah, we're going now. But just simply put, we're just going to get the other Pikmin to just carry back the remains and hopefully replenish our losses. Cause yeah, that was a lot of Pikmin. That was a lot of blues we lost. And look, and judging by how quickly that took us, we're almost half a day. So we're pretty much almost half a day gone. Let's call some of the Pikmin over here. And there's the Geiger counter. And now we're going to just get the blues over here to thank you for interrupting me, game. The blues to harvest the Bulbers we defeated. And now that we got now we got 12 ship parts, which increases our dolphin's capability. We have officially upgraded to a personal egg beater. I'm not going to be getting the remains at the arena because that's going to take too much time, and not only that, I'm probably thinking, not only that, I think we have enough time to actually start to go to the next, I think we have enough time to actually go to the next, to do the next day, for sure, because of how very, simply put, we have enough time to go to do the next day, simply because we defeated the boss in such a quick time. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to cut ahead to just the end of the day, and yeah, I'll see you guys then. 7 days since impact. I have managed to increase the ranges of Dolphin. Looking from the Dolphin's portal as it launches ever higher to the sky, I see a vast wetland in the deepest parts of the forest. I shall call it the Distant Spring. I will begin the exploration of it tomorrow. For now, I must leave. We are not actually going to the. We're actually not going to the Distant Spring. We're just instead going to finish up our time. We're just going to instead spend the remaining days in the forest naval. Then we go to the. And afterwards, we go to the Distant Spring. So we spotted 51, but we lost 26. Now, for me personally, I would lose somewhere more than that. But at best, I would say like that would be average for me. But yeah. And so now we have the Distant Spring opened up to us, which has about 10 ship parts in that region. But we're not really going to be spending our time over there. Instead, we're going to be spending the few following days over here in the Forest Naval getting all the ship parts over there first. And starting for today, for day 8, I'm thinking I should be able to get at least 2 ship parts, minus this one at base, because in the last episode we were only able to just get at base. So let's just grab our usual. Now what's going to happen is that starting at the beginning of the day, we're going to be essentially having our rest, focus on tearing down this one black wall that we couldn't make any progress on in the previous episode. In the last time we were here on the map. Yeah, the black wall should be right here, which will lead to a gorge. Let's just get the ship part back to the. Let's just get this back to the ship, and then we can resume the rest of the day. Gravity jumper. This anti-gravity device allows the dolphin to swim gracefully through the sea of the stars, like a dolphin. Which, fun fact, which funny enough, that is what the code name for the GameCube was called, and even the name of this emulator, which was being, you know, the Dolphin Project. And why not? In a previous, during one of my playtests, during one of my practice sessions, I actually thought that I may need to clear out the lowlands here again because, you know, the enemies would have responded. No, that's not the case. Don't get under. Where is that? Okay, he got. Okay, hold on for a moment. No, screw it. I know how many Pikmin is actually needed to get that ship part anyway. So I'm going to separate the 49. I'm going to grab our 49, not 50, unfortunately, but 49 Pikmin over here, or reds, to deal with that wall, and then for the yellows and blues, there's another bridge that we haven't constructed yet where we found the gravity jumper. We're going to basically need them to build that bridge because there's some bomb rocks over there. And the bomb rocks are going to be important because we're going to be trying to clear out our we're going to try to clear out the two gates in front of base. I just want to go for the record that I actually have finished recording. I actually have done recording and got, you know, recording of this of day 7 and day 8, but I didn't like how it came out overall. So, but it did have a funny accident where it actually where I actually managed to get two Burrowing Snagret to spawn, and yeah, that was a freaking disaster for me. Yeah, I think the yellows and reds should be done in a moment. Yeah. Some enemies have responses to these shear works over here, where we first found that gear shift part. Yeah. There you go. So I'm gonna simply call them up. I'm gonna simply call them over here, and then like just separate the blues and yellows, and just once our 20 yellows we're going to get, and the reds are done. But we're going to get the we're going to get our yellows to just basically get the bomb rocks and just you know what I said earlier. We're just going to take out the walls. Now the walls in the Forest Navals are a bit stronger than usual in this map. In fact, gray walls take about 6 bombs to take out, and then the black walls, which is what this one we're going to be dealing with, takes about 9. You go away. So let's hear 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. And that should be it. And our remaining 6, okay, just had to be sure. Our remaining 6 are just going to just take out this wall over here. And there we go. There we go. Now we have both area. Now it should be more easier for our reds. Yes, our reds are going to be retrieving those 2 ship parts back to base. So let's go meet up with them. Speaking of which, over here at this little gorge, there are fire geysers, up ahead. So you're going to want to have your Pikmin hug the wall as fast as you can with a C-stick. Obviously, this does not apply to reds because reds are immune to fire. So that should be, all good. Yeah, let's have, yeah. So for this bridge right here, which will connect to this little island up ahead, we're still going to have our reds and yellows just deal with this. And for our blues, we're going to go up north. And there's a ship part right there, and that's what we're going to have our blues get. But first things first, we're going to go over here, and check this out. I found my analog computer. This computer conveys the kind of vague data that falls outside the range of ones and zeros. Actually, to be honest, it's a little too vague, so it isn't very helpful. We're just going to get our blues, grab the ship part first, but once they get onto land, then I'm just going to call them back. There we go. Yeah. There's an iridescent computer that spawns in front of you, but like just ignore it. What you want to do is simply have your blues work on this little ladder for themselves, and also open up this geyser, which we will take. Let's just wait for them to climb up. And how are the reds and yellows down there doing? Okay, they're halfway there. There's a little geyser here that you could open up as well, but I don't know why would you want to do that. Over there though, there are bomb rocks, so if you're pressed for time, you can get them, but I wouldn't recommend it. I found my #1 Ionian jet. Unfortunately, this puts out a slightly older fury. I can't pronounce that. I couldn't pronounce it last time in my previous recording. I couldn't pronounce it now. An odor like exhaust, but it does propel me to escape velocity in an instant. The stench is a small price to pay for such performance. Read. Okay, so. This thing just needs 15 Pikmin, but we're going to have all of our blues, well, almost all of our blues, take it back to base, and that sounds like the bridge is done. I'm mad at you. Come with me. So we're just going to go walk over here. Now that this bridge, now that we have a path to the lowlands directly, we're just going to go back to the gorge and get our other Pikmin. And like before, just hug the wall for your Pikmin. Reds, of course, are immune to it, so yeah. And the blues have brought back the #1 Ionian jet. #1 Ionian jet. If this is damaged, I'll be in dire straits. I'll have to run a system check as soon as I can. You know, you can just fix that with mud, right? Okay, so what's your reds and yellows? We're going to quickly separate them. And our blues over here are going to be busy, are going to deal with just opening up this geyser right here. There should be no problem. We're going to throw our yellows up here. Also, and I'm going to quickly put my blues over here. Over here. And there's the next ship part, which kind of looks like our Sagittarius, but it's not. And in fact, it has its own name. This requires 15 Pikmin, but I'm just going to throw my 20 yellows up here. I found my Libra. My daughter gave this to me. It's named after her astrological sign. My sweet little girl. I wonder what she's doing right at this moment. Whoa! Oh my. That was cool. I mean, I've seen it happen once before, but like, when I was just playing on my own time, but like, yeah. Sometimes sometimes what will just actually happen is that the Pikmin will just the yellows will just drop to the ground and just will drop the ship part immediately. But never just casting it aside, like just throwing it just across the well just throwing it across the area. But yeah, all right. Now with the two walls down, that will make bring it back. That will just basically make bringing back ship parts more easier. And why did you just took the bridge when? Never mind. You know what? Because there were enemies right here. That's why. See what I mean? Oh no! Ah, damn it! Couldn't save him. Yeah, let's just get. Or we'll just have our Pikmin harvested. And there it is, Libra. Libra, my daughter gauges to me. My late return must have her very worried. Good lord. And now we got 50 ship parts, which means we are now halfway done with Pikmin. Yeah, which is great because well, as I mentioned before, it's a very short game, but it's a very short game, but like because it's a very short game, but since it's Let's Play, it's just uploaded you know, it's uploaded every Saturday. Well, yeah. In hindsight, the game is halfway over, but as of now, it's not. Yeah. So with our reds taking in the analog computer, I'm just gonna get the yellows to become flowers real quick. Also, I'm going to quickly clear out, excuse me, game. I'm going to quickly clear out some enemies down there, near the outer walls and whatnot, but yeah. Analog computer. This strengthens the outward emotions of the dolphin's computer. While it does make the computer smart, it also makes it quick to anger. It's just like my boss. Yeah, all too relatable. Anyway, now let's just take care of the sheer grubs and sheer wigs over here. Don't you freaking bite me. Sorry. But, yeah. And he got... That could have gone better. I'm gonna get my blues real quick, just so because like, just to be sure, but yeah. But now you know why I don't use yellows when throwing Pikmin at the enemy. That's it. And it's also just to clear out for another boss up ahead that we're going to be dealing with. And oh, you suck. Because over there's another arena with a ship part, and that is another boss that we're going to be dealing with. Yeah. So yeah, the next few episodes it's going to have that little boss, thingamabob, right next to the title name. So bear with me. Yeah, they're not really bosses; they're just unique enemies. But like, because of that uniqueness, they are deserving of the epithet of boss. But whatever. Where's the blues gathering the remains, and I get some reds. Yeah, I think that's going to call it for tonight. So I'm just going to not wait for the timer to go down, but rather go to sunset. With a total of 4 ship parts, a new area unlocked, and some progress done at the forest naval. I say that's a pretty good job. So in the next episode of Pikmin, we're just going to be spending our time some more time here at the forest naval, dealing with that one boss in particular. Well, if I plan to that is. So don't get your fingers crossed. We're going to deal with that boss and destroy the remaining boss. 8 days since impact. There are now only 14 parts that I still need to retrieve. Will I be able to recover the remaining parts in 22 more days? Surely there are some parts that are not absolutely necessary. If my ship is not completed by day 30, the only way I will find out is to try to lift off. What are you seeing there, which I think I mentioned in the previous episode, I might be wrong, is that there are at least 25 required ship parts that are needed to get the normal ending, because Pikmin 3 has 3 endings based on how much ship parts you had retrieved. I won't be showing the other endings, if anything. I'll probably by the final episode, I'll probably just link you to 2 videos from I don't know, like from Geiger Counter to show you what happens if you don't get all 30 ship parts in under 30 days. So is that a fair deal? I think that's a fair deal. I just recalled the day I took my son for a ride in the spaceship. He was so happy. I shall tell him of this journey when I return, and I shall return. I must. I can already see the look of wonder on his precious face as I describe my adventures with the Pikmin. Okay, we have sprouted. So today we have sprouted 78 Pikmin, but we have lost 3. That's fine as it is. Yes. So this is Atari Nobunaga, and I'll see you guys for day 9. Gain the 3 remaining ship parts over there. See ya.